why Putin is so hard to kill, right? Fresh video from Fern. Yeah, I can't wait to watch this. Woo!
Vladimir Putin has a lot of enemies. So how does he protect himself? In this video, we'll look at 4 of the Kremlin's security measures. A rolling fortress, orchestrated chaos in the skies, a ghost train straight out of a James Bond movie, and sophisticated deception tactics. Together, they tell a story about the Russian state and its increasingly paranoid leader.
Increasingly paranoid leader?
Since 2000, Vladimir Putin...
I mean, if you hold that kind of power, right, as a dictator, yeah, maybe paranoid is not the right word. He's just being cautious, and cautiousness on the highest level. Yep, you could describe that as paranoid too. Yep. So, yep.
has spent most of his time here in
Novogayova. Yep, that's a strange name.
Russian president also often stays at this luxury residence in Valdai.
Okay.
And he's believed to own this opulent estate.
Wait. I can't keep.
This luxury in Nova. Since 2000, Vladimir Putin has spent most of his time here in Nova. But the Russian president also often stays at this luxury residence in Valdai.
Okay, so that's he got multiple homes. That's pretty common.
He's believed to own this opulent estate in Crimea, a summer residence in Sochi, and a palace at KP Dokopas.
Oh wow.
To move between these locations or attend state visits, Putin needs to travel. And that's when he's most vulnerable. He's protected around the clock by both visible and covert security forces. But the Kremlin relies on one thing above all: unpredictability. This is Putin's car, an Oris Senat limousine. The interior is fitted with luxury features.
Oris Senat, got a same last name as Kai Senat.
Genuine leather, plush seating, and a minibar. But more importantly, it's a fortress on wheels. Putin is on his way to Moscow. Suddenly, a group of attackers opens fire. But the limo is heavily armored, designed to withstand high-caliber rounds and reportedly even armor-piercing ammunition. Their bullets have no effect, so the attackers throw a hand grenade.
Armor-piercing? That's normal?
Even then, the limo stays intact and barrels forward as if nothing happened.
Holy
the fuel
fuck.
tank is fortified against explosions. The tires are fire-resistant and reinforced.
Jesus.
Even if all 4 were destroyed, the car could keep on driving. The limo is incredibly heavy, 6.5 tons.
6 tons.
But it's
like a tank.
Surprisingly fast. It's powered by a 4.4-liter V8 twin-turbo engine supported by a hybrid powertrain. In an emergency, it can accelerate to 100 kilometers an hour in 12 seconds and reach top speeds of up to
12 seconds? That's not that fast though.
170.
170? Is it that fast? I expect something like 200. Come on.
The cabin has its own air filtration system, so even a gas attack probably wouldn't have an effect.
Okay.
There's an emergency exit, too. Putin's limo is extremely secure.
I think the car of Xi Jinping is probably stronger than this, though. I'm just guessing. Okay, sure. Private jet.
Putin is flying to North Korea for a state visit. He's on board an Ilyushin IL-96.
Ilyushin IL?
The model was developed in the Soviet Union back in the 1980s.
Okay.
Technically, it's considered outdated. The long-haul jet still has...
What? He traveled with this? Wow. Imagine you're probably a gazillionaire. You're one level above like Elon probably, and you own a nation's wealth, right? And you travel on this. He's a very humble leader. That's what I can say.
4 engines. But Putin continues to...
I thought he got a super luxurious private jet. Wow.
...rely on it. His customized version is known as the Flying Kremlin, and it's equipped for maximum comfort. The presidential jet is stocked with a king-size bed, a conference room, a dining area, and a personalized gym. Even at 10,000 meters, security remains the top priority. The Flying Kremlin reportedly has its own advanced communications array, missile defense system, and emergency escape pod.
Escape pod, sure.
When necessary, it's escorted by fighter jets. But
that's a big thing here. Wow, that's fighter jet. Wow.
That's not all. Intelligence reports also suggest that Putin is so paranoid that he's constantly accompanied by a team of personal doctors. Most of us can't relate. Half of us haven't even booked a dentist appointment in years, but we keep meaning to. You go.
I haven't had a dental appointment I think the last time I go to a dental is do some, what is it called? I can't even remember. Scalping. I mean, just try to clean my teeth a little bit, and it's pretty cheap. I think it costs around less than $50 or something.
Once, you keep telling yourself you'll book the next.
I think I went to dental less than 3 times in 30 years.
Next one before you even get home, and then somehow 2 years go by and you're Googling teeth hurt normal at midnight? Or maybe you get it together and use ZocDoc, today's video.
Okay, cool. That's very smooth though. ZocDoc is taking over the internet.
Or identical presidential planes. Whenever Putin flies abroad on official business, the 3 clone aircraft also take off.
Okay.
They all follow different routes, making it difficult to track Putin's exact movements. But even this elaborate tactic has a weakness.
It's relatively easy to track an airplane, right?
Oh, what? Is it AI?
This is Russian investigative journalist Ilya Rozhdestvensky.
Okay.
Living in exile, he works with the
I think Ilya is one of the important figure in the Greek mythology too. I mean, yeah, that's the origin of this name, right? I can't remember.
An investigative journalist Ilya Rozhdestvensky. Living in exile.
Ilya is also one of the person who found OpenAI with Sam Altman before they went like for profit.
He works with the Dossier Center, a non-profit investigative project.
There are dozens of web
Dossier Center.
You run what?
Non-profit investigative project.
There are dozens of websites like Flight Radar and all these sort of things that provide data on different airplanes.
Technically, each of these aircraft can be tracked and located, which means that in theory, a powerful adversary could target all 4 at once. Exactly why Putin prefers his train. If you saw this train moving through Russia,
Train is one of the most Russian thing ever.
you'd barely notice it.
It looks like a normal Russian train, gray with red stripes. There is probably very little.
Maybe if I'm the dictator, right? Maybe the best defense and the best security is that no security and no defense. You know, gonna be unorthodox, right? When you man, because the person who's trying to assassinate you, they are probably thinking like you're gonna have like all the highest tier of security, and you're gonna hang out with the highest end place and stuff. But you just travel on the train and just act like a normal like old dude, then you know you're the safest person ever. Just maybe, right?
Chance that
This is why I'm not a leader of a nation. Yeah, the nation will crumble.
you would recognize it if you see it somewhere.
Look closer, and you notice a few oddities, like multiple diesel locomotives at the front and this small dome on the roof.
For the special communications, and that's probably it. That's the only thing that is different from the normal train.
It isn't a secret that Putin has his own special train. The Kremlin has even released images from its onboard conference room. But for a long time, no one knew what the rest of the train looked like, until the Dossier Center released some highly confidential documents. These were allegedly leaked by an insider at
Leaked document came from an insider.
Sircon Service, a Russian company specializing in manufacturing custom railway cars. The Kremlin allegedly tasked Sircon Service with building the cars.
It's not a very big business. There are not too many people who really want to spend their money to build a custom train.
Custom train? Okay, sure.
According to the leaks, the train is heavily armored and bulletproof. That makes it so heavy that each car needs 6 axles rather than the standard 4.
Inside, wow, it's
Oh, there's a Bond music.
luxurious.
Oh, the Bond fighting scene in the train on the train or in the train, right? Is one of the most iconic shit ever I've ever seen in the Bond series.
It's really something incredible. This train provides Putin with anything.
That yeah. This is 1 million.
He
It's possible if you're unemployed enough. Yep. Dream big.
possibly need. So there is a car where he can sleep. There is a car for work. There is a restaurant car.
One car is even said to house a fully equipped gym.
I would assume that, you know, most people would imagine that Putin will live that kind of life, right? Where he's just chilling all day and bang a lot of bitches and stuff, and you know, just flying around Russian and just just enjoying life, right? But it's maybe I don't think it's the case though. The man is a workhorse. When you're running a country, you're pretty busy. You don't have a lot of time for yourself. Maybe you'll see your wife like a couple of times a year, and your kid and your mistresses like maybe every few months, something like that. Maybe you'll see your wife more than your mistresses, right? But whatever, right? But you're basically working every single day, every single second. You think about work, your nation, how to preserve your power and stuff like Lee Kuan Yew and stuff. So they're not sitting around just this is why I just can't hate on Elon. Even though he might become a gazillionaire one day, right? After he reached the trillionaire status, right? Because he's constantly pushing humanity forward. Of course he can buy some private jet and stuff. That Jeff Bezos owns a private jet too, and people talk shit about it. No private jet. I think a mega yacht or something. Yeah, mega yacht, right? But I mean, this guy is like, he's like 60, 70 years old. He built Amazon. Amazon is so huge. And he built Amazon and what the software company that Amazon built, right? And come on, let me have some fun, right? He worked his whole life. So, and he's worth how much? He's worth like 100 billion or something. So, oh man, yeah. But this is a very controversial thing to say because they're so rich, they should donate all their wealth, right? Come on, shut up.
There is a restaurant.
I don't buy into that kind of argument.
One car is even said to house a fully equipped gym.
And it's not easy to maintain your wealth at that level. It's just not easy. It get easier. I mean, how do I say it? I think it's hard to get your first million, or when you're starting, it's the hardest. Then it get easier, but it's still not super easy to kind of maintain that level of like power and wealth.
And a beauty salon soundproofed to prevent audio surveillance, complete with a massage
but it's a very controversial thing to say though.
table and a radio frequency machine designed to keep the skin firm. The Kremlin denies that Putin
Skin firm? Oh, Putin's skincare routine. I would like to know about that. Yep, cosmetic surgery.
has ever used or owned a train car like this. Finally,
Ooh.
there's a tiled spa area featuring a full Turkish steam bath and shower.
Oh yeah, Putin, you're living the life, baby.
Ilya says the ghost train doesn't appear on official timetables.
There is no way to track this train.
There's just no way to track the train.
If you work with a Russian railway company, you can still find some data about this train.
Oh shit, yeah.
But you need some special access to the internal infrastructure.
Oh wow.
So
This guy's a spy, man.
there is no way for normal people to understand that some special train is moving.
It simply speeds toward its destination, blowing right past any stations along the way. Apparently, it often does so on its own secret train tracks, which terminate at private train stations built just for Putin.
That they were built specifically for Putin.
Yeah.
So basically, they are near his palaces.
Putin, sorry, I'm sorry.
So I think there are like at least 3 of them.
Okay.
We know about one in Turkey, where his
Official residence is located.
one is not far from Moscow.
This is so dangerous. If you're a father of a nation, I mean, if you're like a dictator, you gotta keep like moving from places to places because you know somebody's gonna get you one day, right? If you just stay in the same place. But if you're respected by people, like the ruler of the king of Dubai, they are very respected. He's very respected amongst the people of Dubai. He can just go on the street and stuff, and he's not worrying about anything though. I think that's one. I think our royalty too is pretty respected by the people too. Yeah, the Argon of our country. He's pretty respected by the people too, and. Another one to come to my mind is Lee Kuan Yew, right? Okay, if I think he's pretty respected. He didn't worry about getting assassinated that much though. But still, we gotta have like good security, right? So that kind of leader, they don't have to move their place that much. I think they can just have a permanent residential unit, something like that.
It's probably one of his main official residence. And the
That's just my
third one
speculation.
is involved. That's his main place. That's where he and his family spent most of the year.
I'm just yapping.
So at any given time,
Respect doesn't mean safe. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is why you still need like a good security, right? I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Somebody's gonna hate you. So
it's hard to
no matter how much respect you get,
say which of his official residences Putin is
but
at.
relatively you're more safe if you're a more benevolent leader. But let me tell you guys something. Often the great man who really like take over and rule the world, right? They are often not the most benevolent man. They could exercise their monstrosity, and I mean they are always some how do I say it? How do I call it? So I don't sound stupid. They can commit like great violence if they have to. It's like Genghis Khan, something like that. It's those kind of people come to my mind though. But they are not bad people, like 100% bad people. But they could be bad if the time is right. So Michael Jackson is not safe.
There's another meeting.
Of course, Michael Jackson, what a legend, man.
Scheduled for today. Lately, Putin's been holding more
But Michael Jackson died. I don't know how Michael Jackson died. Probably from some drug overdose. Yeah, he didn't get assassinated. So
video calls and making more addresses from the presidential office in November, especially since Russia invaded Ukraine.
A real genocide.
Many of these are recorded and released to the
You need to be very strong if you are the leader of a nation.
public. For Russians, the office in the presidential residence is instantly recognizable. The room, the table, the background. But wait, in footage of Putin's office, investigative journalists have noticed something peculiar.
That's the office of the president. It looked pretty normal.
Take a look at this door handle, and then at
It
these.
looked so much less fancy than the White House.
Investigative journalists have noticed something peculiar. Take a look at this door handle, and then at these two. Notice how they're not the same height? The thermostat is also positioned slightly differently.
Let me recall it just now, but just I say something just now. I mean the greatest leader of history, they can commit great violence if they have to protect their nation and stuff.
Here it's centered, but here it's placed slightly to the left. In this one, it's slightly lower.
But he's whatever. Let's lock in.
The wall panels behind Putin are also arranged in slightly different ways.
Must be so.
Other details like the vents and the TV stands are also
He's innocent until he's proven guilty. So now he's innocent.
inconsistent. It appears that Putin has had near identical replicas of his office built in his residences in Valdai and Sochi.
Sochi.
The idea behind this is that Vladimir Putin prefers to stay, I would say, silent. So he makes it look like he's in his official residence in Nova Gazela. And he records some video and makes some statements. And there is also some part of the statement where it's said that it's all happening in Nova Gazela, for instance. In fact, he could be anywhere. He some video and makes some statement about it's all happening in Nova Gazela, for instance. In fact, he could be anywhere.
Oh, so he kind of record a statement from a spot and he just move away from a spot immediately. It's like, oh wow, that's like some ninjutsu.
Where he will
teleporting.
That only a limited amount of people knows exactly where he is.
Know exactly where he is.
If no one knows his real location,
yeah,
he's impossible to target. Still, reports suggest that since attacking Ukraine, Putin has been staying clear of his Sochi summer residence, out of concern over potential Ukrainian drone strikes. Reports even claim he's had the villa torn down. Putin seems to be growing increasingly paranoid. Maybe that has to do with his time as a KGB agent in East Germany. His work as a
KGB agent?
Spy and the collapse of the GDR may have shaped his distrust of civil society and his fear of popular uprisings.
Oh, another thing
collapse of the GDR may have shaped his
distrust. Another thing about Putin is not Putin. Let me see how can I say it. Oh, I watched this channel called Predictive History by Professor Zhang. Right? He described he says something about the world leader. Say in order to become a powerful leader, one of the most important trait is you have to be unpredictable. Unpredictable, though. Yeah, I think I kind of have this trait a little bit too. Holy shit, I'm gonna be a powerful leader too. I'm just tripping. But my point is, you're gonna, yeah, unpredictability is one of the most important trait, though. What I want to add into it is like, Trump is also this kind of person. Cause if they can't predict you, you know, it's easier for you to manipulate other people and just gain power and gain other people's trust, right? But they don't know if, it's like one of the most important thing ever. Maybe I don't know, man. Yeah, I think so.
Of civil
Sorry, I can't speak properly to that. I don't even know why.
society and his fear of popular uprisings. To this day, he surrounds himself with an inner
Maybe manipulate is not the right word. Yeah.
circle of former KGB associates. Or maybe he's aware of the hostility he attracts as the
Politics is a very hard game to play, though. Yeah, so
autocratic leader of a
it's gonna be unpredictable.
corrupt oligarchy waging a brutal war of aggression. Or maybe it's the
Lock
idea that his
it.
political opponents are actively plotting to overthrow him, a notion Putin's own intelligence services often encourage. Or maybe it's that Ukrainian intelligence services operate deep behind enemy lines, and Ukrainian drones are a growing threat. Putin seems afraid of attacks, of betrayal, and of losing control. More than ever, he seems to be isolating himself.
A lot of people would like to kill him. So there is
Okay, I'm not surprised.
some strong proof that probably he should care about his security.
During meetings, long tables keep his guests several meters away from him. His meals are prepared by personal chefs who use only
What?
Should care about his security.
During meetings, long tables keep his guests several meters away from him.
Why do you need this? Why do you need this long table? So you can react when the dude that's like sitting across the table trying to shoot you or something. You can kind of like, you have time to react. Is that so? But it's the president of the France. He's not gonna kill you, right?
His meals are prepared by personal chefs who use only ingredients they provide themselves. Before being
Check all the meal.
served, each meal is tested for poison in a portable lab.
Nothing is served without testing.
When he travels abroad, Putin's
Oh
body
Jesus! Imagine you're a Putin chef, right? And there's some, some dude that's trying to kill Putin. They put some shit in the dishes, and you're the one that have to test it first, and you just die. But you live a good life though because you test that Putin meal before he consume it, and he probably have all the money in the world to eat the best food in the world. Holy shit! Okay, cool. I guess that's a. Yeah, you can die happily as a Putin tester. Yep. A Putin food tester. When you go to God, God asks you, what do you do? How do you die? You know, I tested food for Putin. And, you know, my boss decided to attack Ukraine. And there's this one Ukraine spy trying to put some poison in his food. And I tested it. It was tasty and I'm dead instantly. So, and God will say, okay. You're putting food in your mouth. You're okay, sure. That's okay. That's now we're vibing. All right. Now look at this chef. Yeah, he's very fat though. He's probably tastes a lot of like Putin food before he eat it. If I'm Putin food tester, I would like to apply for that job though. Where do I sign up? Jesus Christ. You could pay me no money. I could do this job for free though, forever. You know, I would be a slave. Pudding. I can taste it. You know, it's a very important job. Come on, who's gonna taste your food? Who's gonna test it? There might be some mercury in your food, man. If the food, when we're gonna get infiltrated by some, yeah. You know, I don't know, man. US spy or some shit. You know, I'm doing a very important job here. Trying to serve as your first line of defense before you put that shit into your mouth. Yeah, what are you talking about? You don't need to taste.
personal chefs who use only ingredients they provide.
I never see that Putin eat though. Holy shit. That look.
Guests
Yeah.
several meters away from him. His meals are prepared by personal chefs who use
Oh yeah. He just ate. You can only taste once. Okay. Good pun.
only ingredients they provide themselves. Before being served, each meal is tested for poison in a portable lab.
Woo!
When he travels abroad, Putin's bodyguards reportedly even collect his excrement, then
Excrement? What's excrement? Is it pee? Excrement. Let me Google this. My English is bad. Okay. It's shit.
take it back to Russia with them to prevent foreign powers from gathering intel.
Alright, this job I don't want to I don't want to. I don't apply for this job. This job sounds kind of shit. Yep. Yeah, I gotta collect. I'm a Putin shit collector. This job is probably pay a lot of money.
on his health
You can't just have
with them.
What's the point of collecting Putin's shit? Collect his excrement on trips abroad and take back to Russia with them. For what?
To prevent foreign powers from gathering intel on his health.
Oh, wow. It's like treating your leader like a dog. Come on, man.
You can't just have this meeting with him and tell
Duh.
needs and discuss with him. He's not just a regular president of a regular country.
Okay, what do you mean, bro? A regular president of a regular country is still very, very irregular. Come on, man. It's still extraordinary. If you're president, what's the smallest country in this world? In Chinese, we call it what, 梵蒂冈, but I don't know what is it called in English. The smallest nation in the world. Let's Google this. Smallest nation, smallest country. Okay, cool. Vatican City, 0.44 square meter. Sure. If you own this a little piece of land, right? Yeah, you still have some kind of like prestige and clout too. Come on, you're still not very regular, I would say.
He prefers to micromanage everything.
Micromanage everything.
He believes that one of his resources, crucial for his
What?
that one of his resources, crucial for his power, is that he's the only one who makes all the decisions. So that is why
yeah.
the people who has an access to him, they're more powerful. But the people that don't,
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna look at this shot. Homie is like having some fun, bro. Yeah, we got Kim here. We got C, and we got Putin. Wow, they're just chilling, man.
who
What a shot. Yeah, bro. What? Yeah. Homie is just chilling, man. Wow, I love this. Yep, they're just like having some fun.
they're more powerful. But the people that don't have this access, they don't have any power. And he is the source of this power. That's like his secret idea. Being
Okay.
isolated is one of the key elements of his president.
Yep. Yeah, buddy.
According to Ukraine's former head of military intelligence, Putin has no less than 3 body doubles.
3 body double.
These men are said to have undergone plastic surgery
Jesus, is just trying to, be in some kung fu movie or some shit. 3 body double. All right. I guess it's for security.
to look just like him.
Cosmetic surgery.
Apparently, the only thing giving them away is their height, their body language, and their earlobes.
What the hell? Come on, Russia has so many people. You can't even find like 3 more copy of you which has the same height as you. Come on, Putin, you have to up your game, man.
The only thing giving them away is their height.
How tall is Putin? Is it okay? But I guess it's pretty hard to find someone who is as tall as you, who look exactly like you, right? And I mean, you can train your clone to behave and act like you. You just have to, ask them to chill and just act like maturely and stuff, right?
Their body language, and their earlobes.
Earlobes. Okay, that's the hardest thing to kind of modify, right? I guess. Okay, cool.
The Kremlin denies these claims.
Ago, we had an interview with Gleb Karakulov. He was an officer and he was working in the security service, which is called Federal Guard Service. They provide protection for Russian president.
Wow, that's some real shit.
He told us in this interview that, well, actually, there is no double, like a real double, but there was some kind of a
There's no double like a real double?
cover operations. Colleagues of Karakulov, they took an airplane, they took the car, they put it someone who looked kind of like Vladimir Putin, and they made sure that everybody could see that the car goes to the plane, somebody leaves the car, goes to the airplane, and then this plane flies somewhere, for instance, to Moscow. But the real Vladimir
Come on, is this kind of food? Yeah. If somebody's just trying to assassinate Putin, the spy is collecting some info, right? Is it gonna fool the spy? No, I don't think so, right? Is it gonna fool the spy? If though is the fake Putin just look kind of like Putin. but he's not Putin.
Stays in Sochi and he does whatever he wants.
What?
Putin stays in Sochi and he does whatever he wants.
Okay.
With or without doppelgangers, Putin operates within a system of maximum security. He travels in one of the most secure cars on the planet and moves
Okay.
along secret routes. He rides a ghost train and addresses the public from identical replicas of his office.
Uh-huh.
And yet it seems like there's one thing all these measures just can't give him.
All right. Good video. Good video.